right up there. You're going to look north and see that incredible hotel right up there. Your reward starts here. Caesar's Rewards. Yeah, I'm trying to get out of this area here, you guys. Everyone, look at this. They're up this lane on the inside here. Everyone's trying to jump over in front of everyone into the turn lanes over there. Yeah. They need to do a better job with the lights and everything else here. And some of these taxis are trying to get over because, of course, time is money for them. And the light at Flamingo just changed. Old Red over here off to our right. The heart of the Strip, it says there. The heart of the Las Vegas Strip. I don't know what this Corolla's doing here. Just sitting there. I don't know what they're doing. But welcome in, you guys. We do all things Vegas here on the Vegas Don channel, so please like and subscribe. Apologies for the technical difficulties there. I know the streaming right there around Harmon every time. I don't know. There's just so many people also there at the same time. We got Def Leppard up here being advertised at Caesar's Palace. They've got a few nights here in town. Def Leppard, one of my all-time favorite bands. Definitely one of my all-time favorite bands. They are incredible. That, like I said, I think I said it last week too, the Hysteria album by them was just one of the best ever. I get hysterical. Dodge Ram over here, and we've got some loud music playing over here at Old Red. There we go, Tobin, thank you. Yeah, I saw zero for like a while, and then I finally got through that Harmon intersection, and I still saw zero, so I said, okay, I'm just going to restart it. So, thank you guys for coming back. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you for coming back, buddy. I hope you got your Pepsi in hand. We still have a lot of driving to do on this Saturday night. I'm glad you guys are here with me. We are streaming live here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and Instagram. Very grateful to all of you guys. We've got Horseshoe on its huge marquee here on the right. The Cromwell on the other side, that's supposed to be rebranded as the Vanderpump here any day now. And then, of course, Caesar Palace here on the left, which is doing a special for some shows. They're like 3 shows for $149 or something. You'll have to look that up online. But those shows, it's not really a special. They're just bundling it up to get more money. But yeah, there's been a decrease, certainly since COVID, in the number of folks attending the shows here on the Las Vegas Strip. So you'll see those little white things there in the middle that look like strings. And the one in Florida, that's where they have the strings, but they're not actual strings, right? They're beams of light that shine straight up. So it looks like strings, but they're actually 6 beams of light on each side of the hotel. It's really, really cool. And it's going to add so much, I believe, here on the Las Vegas Strip in terms of aesthetics, appearance. And I really hope the Hard Rock, owned by the Seminole Indians down there in Florida, I really hope they do what they did down there in Florida, and they just keep parking free, and you don't have any, someone's got what is this, a news crew out here? What are you guys doing? Crap. Now I'm stuck here. Yeah, 8 News Now is sitting out here for some reason in the median. Dude's in a knit shirt reporting. Not sure what they're reporting. Maybe they're showing the traffic. It is packed, guys. I mean, look at this. Look at the pedestrians over here on the right. We haven't seen this on the north end of the Strip, especially in a while now. And a lot of those crosswalks back there that I know, I'm sorry, a lot of you missed, Vegas. But then we've also seen a lot to Palazzo over there on the right. Yeah, there's a lot of people crossing over there on the other side. My circuit's dead, yes. That's right. Oh, goodness. It is packed up here, too. What is going on in Las Vegas on this Valentine's weekend, huh? Nope, not going that way. Excellent, thank you, Tobin. Zook's over there on the left. The self-driving cars that all get paralyzed when the when the power goes down, right? And are being controlled, they said, by, well, I think those are Waymos, but it's the same self-driving vehicle. And controlled by people in the Philippines. So, there you go. I've often wondered that, like, who's sitting there behind a big bank of TVs, just sitting there watching all of these different vehicles driving around. Hopefully. I hope so. The Sphere has been doing really, really well, by the way. They reported, let's see, they reported, I forget. That's one of those three-wheelers with the third wheel in the back. And that's Fashion Show Mall right over there on the right. Correction, on the left. Devin, welcome in. Bling Band tonight. Yes, tonight for at least an hour. I want to get some of Bling. They are from 8 to 11 tonight, so I'd like to get an hour of Bling. I like to mix it up, you know. No sugar, and in fact, no sugar on Saturdays until at least April at the earliest, right? Unless something changes. So I don't know why they're not letting sugar out here on Saturday nights. They are out here next week on Friday, but not on Saturdays. And it's really weird to me personally, because Saturdays are always just, their shows are very well attended. People are just having a great time. Last Saturday down there, I mean, people were having a blast right there at Main Street Stage listening to Sugar. And, you know, that's what gets people excited. And then they, you know, go inside the casino and drop a whole bunch of money into a machine that gives them nothing in return, right? Isn't that what we all want? At the end of the day, isn't that what everybody wants? Certainly the casinos want that, right? But the Sphere, yeah, it's $80 to get in to watch the video and then to watch the movie, the Wizard of Oz. And then they said they've had, I think it's some crazy amount of people that have come in to watch it. Versus the Super Bowl, over $133 million wagered in the Super Bowl, but that was a 30% drop from 2024. Pretty interesting. And also for our local friends here on YouTube, traffic has not moved over here north of Sands. The Palms has free cabanas for locals up until April 30th. They have one blackout date in there that's right around March Madness coming up next month. But free cabanas for locals. Come on down. Bring the kids. Yeah, I don't know what is going on. They're showing Waze shows the this whole roadway red up until Fashion Show Drive up here. So I'm wondering if no one's saying there's an accident or anything of that nature up here. But yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Cabanas, you know, those things, especially here on the Strip in the summer, those can run several $100s. Just wild. And so if you can go to Palms, and yeah, we sat through that entire light cycle and nothing happened. We did not move. And then I saw this week, they said for the first time since they've been monitoring it, that Generation Z, their IQ, and this isn't me, this is reported in the New York Times, their IQ is lower than that of the generation before them, which is millennials. That's incredible. For the first time in recorded history, at least. Gen Z has lower IQs. Now, they were trying to theorize as to reasons for all that. I think personally, they were saying it's screen time, right? Kids are spending too much time in front of screens on their phones, etc. and all that. I know, Joseph, yeah, it's wild. Absolutely wild. Total gridlock, yep, exactly. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, huh? Win and Encore right there on the right. But yeah, so that's just, I think it's because of the schools. They have had to water down the education. Thank you, Poe. Right on, buddy. They've had to water down the education in so many schools around the country here of late because, you know, they say, you know, Common Core and all that. And so kids are really being taught at the level of the lowest achieving student in that class. And whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, that's up to you to decide. But I mean, they have to make sure that everyone passes, plus the whole teaching to the test thing, which has been a thing for the last, 25, 30 years anyway. Teaching to the test, and George W. Bush, he wanted that whole Common Core, no child left behind, and all that. Well, this is where we're at now. Gen Z with the lower IQ than the generation before them. It's really wild. How does that happen in America, right? I remember there used to be talk of the certain states in the country, right? That, oh gosh, look at this. Certain states that were far better than others in terms of educational outcomes and achievements. Certainly California and a lot of states in the Northeast. I think right now, nowadays, they're saying Massachusetts is like first in the country in terms of educational outcomes. And I think that's what it is. It's either between them and like Connecticut or something. And I really hope we get through this intersection. It is gridlock over here on the left. Trying to get over to Interstate 15. Look at that. The lights, all these cars turning left, and the light is red. The light is red in front of us. At the light past this one. Who engineers these things? I mean, who puts these things together? And it's, again, another reason against renting a car here. If you don't want to go see like Hoover Dam or want to go around town and do stuff like that, because you got to pay to park your car at the hotel anyway, and all that. So trying to get out of this intersection. Although that light over here off to our left is still red. Yeah, you're right, Tobin. This is total gridlock. We're stuck here. Luis, welcome. But Vegas is empty. There's nobody here. It's all over. Nothing going on. Holiday weekend, but nobody's here. That's what the media tells everyone, right? But we do it all here on the Vegas Don channel. Yes, Cinnamon. So Cinnamon, today, of course, being Valentine's Day, Cinnamon and I had a very, very nice lunch with her. Lunch dinner, or dinner, as some people call it, with her at Summer House, it's called, at Durango Station out on the southwest part of town. Summer House. I guess there's another one in Santa Monica, out in California. Oh my goodness. I don't understand why people wait until the last second and then nobody lets them in. That's the fun. No one lets them in. Oh my goodness. But it was really, really nice. And they didn't have, now to my surprise, they did not have draft beer. And that's kind of a big deal for me, but I wasn't planning on drinking anyway, so it didn't matter. And they didn't have TVs. They had a bar there with 2 TVs on either side of the bar, and that was it. But I mean, there's nothing on for me this weekend anyway, so it wasn't a big deal, because the NBA is in their All-Star break, and the NHL, of course, they're in their 3-week break for the Olympics right now. So yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to see anything this today anyway, other than college basketball, which I'm not really into. College football for sure, but not college basketball. But it was really nice. And Cinnamon had never been to Durango Station. It's been there since, what, 21, 22, something like that? And, of course, they've made so much money out there that they are going to expand now. It's all those $1.99 margaritas and $3 beers. And shots, by the way, that the station casinos are promoting all over town. Station casinos are all on the periphery, pretty much. The closest station casino to the Strip is going to be on Sahara, just west of the Interstate 15. It's not something that you'd want to walk over to, though. Brother Sal is here. Welcome, Sal. Please check out Cali Plains and Cali Drives here on YouTube. Awesome, dude. We love Sal. Cali Plains and Cali Drives. Cali like the state, planes like the things that fly around in the air, and drives like the thing we're supposed to be doing right now, but not doing a whole lot of. Sitting in traffic. Galpao Gaucho Brazilian steakhouse over there on the left. and Maggiano's, Little Italy, food court, Benihana. Yeah, this is wild. How long has it been since we've been stuck in traffic up here at the north end of the strip? And oh, by the way, as we come up here towards Circus Circus, they announced they're opening, wait for it, a bingo hall. I'm not sure when it's supposed to open, but they've announced that they are bringing back the bingo hall here to the Las Vegas Strip, albeit the north part of the Las Vegas Strip. So for all those bingo fans, come on down to... Thank you, Cinnamon. Yes, perfect. Come on down to Circus Circus and get your bingo on. They say you can buy your daubers at a machine or something, and get in there and get going. They used to have them down here, but then they made more money. The casinos found they made more money by eliminating the bingo halls and rooms and all that, and installing more slot machines and all that. But nowadays, look at the slot machines. How are they doing? And we saw that, right? We sort of saw that. People are honking their horns. I don't know what they think they're going to accomplish. We saw that, like, when we live streamed Sugar the other night. There at Binion's, the tables were packed. But the slots, not so much. And then today, when we were at Durango Station, there were a lot of... It's a locals place, right? So a lot of the machines had people sitting at them. They have the table games in the middle. The table games didn't look all that busy. And then they have a high-limit table room off to the side at Durango Station. That one didn't look very busy either, but I'm sure it's probably a different story at night. But the day crowd that likes to come in and, play the slots and stuff, they were all in there in force. The parking lot outside, pretty full as well. So how are empty Las Vegas casinos on here on the Strip affecting Las Vegas, the town itself? In that regard, I'd say that the neighborhood casinos are doing pretty well for themselves. Slots are tight. Yes, Sal, that's a huge point. The hold, which is essentially the amount of money that that the casino makes or whatever, it has gone up or down depending upon how you look at those numbers. In other words, they've become very tight, especially up and down the Strip here. There are a lot of people who have commented, I've seen in a lot of groups online here, and said, they've been saying that anecdotally, but I don't know why people are sitting here honking at one another. And there's two Zookses up here back to back in the left lane. But yeah, it's become really, even downtown. I've heard the same thing downtown. And then also, if you like, throwing your money at things and maybe getting something back for it, I don't know. You have these, they're called lucky boxes. Some of you may have seen that online. Lucky boxes. So there's one at the Circa, there's one at Circus Circus, there's one, I think they said at Fontainebleau, and there's one... Okay, so the light is just stuck at red. Is that what's happening? So they're trying to tell people, let's go. Zooks is not going to go anywhere. They're not going to run the red. The people on the other side of the street are running it. And so this is chaos. We have run into virtual chaos. It's green on the other side. This guy's turning, so I'm going to let him turn. And we got pedestrians. Yeah, the turn signals for the direction right in front of me. Chico State from Hawaii, welcome. They are... I'm going to back up for just a second and see if these... Nope, they're still... The turn signal is still green for them. All right, I'm going. Okay, so the other side just turned yellow. Is that what it is? One traffic light causing all that? That's crazy. Kauai, yes! Excellent, Chico State. So glad you could come and join us on this Saturday night. So no, the light for the northbound lanes did not turn. It actually is allowing the cross traffic to go now. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Resorts World over there on the left. Yeah, Sal, at some point, you know, you would think that the cops would be here to figure that out, but I guess they're busy doing whatever it is they're doing. They're not enforcing tags on cars, that's for sure. Or responding to calls for service. I can't call them crimes because I get a lot of comments from people telling me that I'm a big jerk and all that. That BMW, he floored it. He's mad. He is mad. And the lineup for EDC, the Electronic Daisy Carnival, was just released this week. They have quite a lot of names on there. A lot of names that I recognized and a whole bunch that I didn't. Out at the Speedway. That is in May. I think it's like the second to last Saturday in May or something like that. And it's like a 3 or 4 day event with all these DJs that come out and press the play button on a computer and, you know, get the crowds all whipped up and hyped up and all that. Just like they do down here on the Strip, same thing. But some of the names were really, really good. Now, those prices, though, forget about it. I'm going to wait until they release the ticket prices, and I'm going to post that up as well, because that's going to be fun, looking at those numbers. So is that how they artificially make the place look packed? You know, they sit there and turn the traffic signals all red, and it's like, oh, look, Vegas is packed. Now, with the pedestrian crowds, for sure. We've seen the pedestrians on the sidewalks, no doubt. Again, Palms over there, advertising $5 blackjack and craps all day, every day. And the Strat up there. Come down to be a local. Come on down and get yourself a cabana there. For free at the Palms. And also, by the way, since we were at Durango Station earlier, it's worth noting that Sunset Station, part of that whole station family of casinos, reported record net revenue. In fact, they reported so much money, and they're swimming in the stuff, that they're going to completely renovate all their rooms. Now, if you're not familiar with Sunset Station, it's out on the east side of town. It's actually in Henderson, off of like Warm Springs, in between Warm Springs and Sunset, right off of the US 95. And it's another locals casino. Same thing. $1.99 margaritas, $3 beers and shots. There's Circus right over here. Home of the soon-to-come bingo hall. Excellent, Christopher. Where did you go for your Valentine's Day today, Christopher? Christopher J. Brooks, a fixture here on the Vegas Dawn channel. Love having Christopher here. Christopher loves good music. All right, let's get over here. Sahara up there on the right. Right on the intersection with Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard. 6:07 local time here, Pacific. And there is the Fontainebleau, home of the $24 nachos. You get 6 nachos for $24. At least that's what it was when they first opened up. And so that's kind of plagued them since someone posted that on social media. But then, like the CEO of MGM Resorts says, we lost control of the narrative. Right? When people are online complaining about $26 bottles of water, we lost control of the narrative. Not, oh, we charged people too much. You'll never get a confession like that. Festival grounds over here on the left has a whole bunch of cranes over there. I wonder if it's like a staging ground, storing ground for a lot of the stuff here on the Strip. I didn't think they were building anything over there. Yes, thank you, Poe. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, you guys. Totally free to you to like and subscribe here on the Vegas Dawn channel. And please check out Tobin, Brother Tobin up there in the Pacific Northwest. Tobin Explorers. He does some terrific work up there in the Pacific Northwest. And he shows you not only the outdoors, but some of the indoor places too. Like I mentioned before I got cut off on the buffering thing back there. He was at a place called Dumpster Values, was it? And it was like a consignment store up there. It was pretty cool. I like seeing stuff like that, especially the prices. Speaking of prices, so today being there at Durango Station, I don't know if how many of you know this, but the frozen Bailey's coffee drink here in Vegas at O'Shea's Casino, right back up behind us on the strip, the frozen coffee drink is a huge deal. A lot of people love it. They talk about it all the time. They have it also at Durango Station. So I decided to ask the bartender, when he was done socializing, how much the frozen Irish coffee is, frozen Bailey's. So for a 16 ounce, he said it was $18, and for a 24 ounce, it was $26. That kind of surprised me. That's what I would expect to pay down here on the strip. But it is sweet. Yeah, it is very, very sweet. Lots of sugar in that stuff. Ugh. I mean, you might as well have one of those big yards, right, that they sell. Fat Tuesdays and all that, the frozen stuff. And just go that direction. That was a Corvette that just passed us there. But again, we do all things Vegas here on the Vegas Don channel. There you go, Paulie, yes. In fact, Paulie Walnuts, welcome in, Paulie. And we saw a restaurant, or at least part of the food court there. Sorry, food hall, they like to call it. There at Durango Station, that was called Uncle Paulie's. There inside Durango Station. So that was pretty cool. Said, look, there's Paulie Walnut's place. Sugar, yes. Yes, I don't know why they're not playing Saturdays. And there are the two 50-foot tall showgirls hanging out right there. Tobin's going to come down and get a photo with them when he comes down. Linda, welcome in. See, this is one of the reasons right here why pedestrian vehicle interactions occur so frequently. They just cross whenever, wherever, just like Shakira. So they changed the lights here. Oh, it's Valentine's Day, huh? So they're red and white. But they didn't do that during Christmas, did they? I don't know who's here in this crosswalk, but I don't see anybody. Someone must have pressed the button and kept going. And also follow us on Instagram, VegasDon4747. We do a lot of Vegas-related stuff that's not here on YouTube. Michael, welcome in. We are live streaming on Facebook, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. So please like and subscribe. Again, totally free to you. And follow us on those aforementioned other platforms. We do it all. Show you all things Vegas. Tonight we'll be live streaming from Fremont Street, showing you some live music from down there, from some of the local bands, the beloved local bands. That will include Bling, Tony Marquez Band, and of course Zoe Bowie. Abel Baker Brewery right there on the left, and I've got someone that wants to park. Love how they just do that. There we go. And again, happy Valentine's Day to all of you guys. Welcome. Hope you guys had a great Valentine's, or maybe you're still going. Christopher, did you have a busy day today? Christopher J. Brooks. I'm gonna make this little lefty U-turn here on Imperial. And if you've ever watched any of the Hangover, well, at least the third one, series of movies here, the first and third of which were set right here in Vegas, and a lot of it was filmed right here in Vegas. This is where the guys walked across the street, right here at Main Street. And they have this mural up here. You can come down and check it out. This is where they walked, right here. They changed, of course, the businesses and everything there. But this mural still stands. I think that movie came out in, what, 13? I think it was. Whoa, I got some pedestrians here. All right, let's go ahead and head back out this way. Nevada Brew Works, right there on the right. Yeah, so in a couple weeks I'll be able to take a whole bunch of videos that I've been meaning to take, and we'll have those up very soon. Colorado Avenue here. So please like and subscribe. I'll be down here on the strip doing some work down here on the strip. There's Holsteins right there. Still really windy. It was windy earlier too. California Avenue. Antique Alley Mall. So pretty cool stuff. Come down here and check out the antiques if you're into that sort of thing, antiquing. That Acura's hood up. Christopher J. Brooks, you ever been to a Turkish prison? Now crossing Charleston Boulevard. Another major east-west artery here in the Las Vegas Valley that'll carry you from one end to the other. '97, welcome. Dwight, welcome. And this is the English Hotel right here on the right, where again, actor Nicolas Cage, who has a place here in Vegas, has been known to park right out front. And he'll come down and have himself a little meal, maybe a cocktail in there, at the English Hotel. So if you're looking to maybe rub elbows with some celebs, check it out. And then there's this guy right here on the corner of First and Coolidge. Come get your kitty cat on. Yes, Christopher, yes, thank you, Cinnamon. Do you like movies about gladiators? I know Sal knows what I'm referencing. I know Vids from Mike knows what I'm referencing. Please check out Vids from Mike, my buddy, VIDSFROMMIKE, right here on YouTube. Sensational sunrise and sunset drone videos. Very, very cool stuff. Christopher loves the live music. He loves the nightlife. He likes the boogie. Siegel Suites, that's a chain of a lot of monthly, daily, weekly type of places here in Vegas. Over Macho Grande! Yes! I love it. Someone's got a heart in that room there on the third floor right in front of us. And they've got some lights flashing. Wow, someone went over the top, huh? Very romantic. Very romantical going on up there, huh? Oh, here, let me ask it again, Sal. Christopher J. Brooks, you like movies about gladiators? Hoover Avenue. We'll make this right here and head over to Las Vegas Boulevard. The same Las Vegas Boulevard upon which we were just located. And we'll make this left. And right in front of Bliss Wedding Chapel, which on Valentine's Day doesn't look very busy. You'd expect it to be a lot busier on a Saturday, Valentine's Day here. You know that movie, Christopher? What? No way. We talked about it. Simon and I, we were talking about it today. Like, he doesn't know that movie. What? Oh, stop, Christopher. You really know that movie? You know what? That's a coin flip for me there, Christopher, if you were asking me. I know you're asking Cinnamon, but I like them both. Brutus and olive oil and all that. That's good. That's good, clean family fun right there. This is the world famous now Pawn Stars location right here along Las Vegas Boulevard. I'm going to pull in here so I can try and angle it and show you what we've got here. There it is. That is a bright light right there. But that is the world famous Pawn Stars as seen on History Channel's Pawn Stars television show. And then over here across the way we have the Pawn Plaza, which was part of Rick Harrison's idea. Yes, Brother Sal, right on. Yes. And of course, Rick Harrison's bar, is located on the second floor right there. His barbecue place is right underneath it there. Rick's Rollin' Barbecue? Smokin' Barbecue? Something like that. But sometimes Rick himself will come in and bartend. He was here on Super Bowl Sunday. One of these Fridays, I need to get in here when he's here and get a picture with him. I watched the show like the first 3 years of it. Las Vegas Boulevard Closed Rock and Roll Half Marathon, Sunday, February 22, 2 to 10 p.m. Well, at least they put up a notice. That's good. A lot of times they don't even bother with that. They have a dispensary right here. Off to the right. Spencer, I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. I love that movie. That's like my favorite movie of all time. Oh, we have another happy couple out here in front of one of the signs. Just tied the knot. Mon bel ami, wedding chapel. So now we're entering into downtown. The area behind us there, the Arts District. There's another happy couple. I'm assuming they're happy. You gonna take her to dinner? Where are you taking her to dinner tonight, Christopher? And of course, please check out Brother Sal. Cali Plains and Cali Drives. We love Brother Sal. He was all over the place this week. He was in San Fran, LA, everywhere. And it's a lot of fun listening to Sal. Even if you're not actively watching, if you still have it on the background, just listen to him. He has his little Sal-isms, right? His little phrases. I'm not going to tell you what those are, though, because I want you to watch him. But you'll pick up on them. And he's just a real humble, down-to-earth kind of guy. Really, really cool guy. And that's what's so endearing about him. We love Sal. I'm very lucky I got to meet him a year ago this month down here. I mentioned that during the live last, was that Sugar? Gary the Gopher. This is Carson Avenue right here. We're 1 block away from Fremont Street and the east end of the Fremont Street experience. And we have the Man on a Horse right here in the median, which used to be located out in front of the Hacienda, which is now known as Mandalay Bay. Look at that bug on the right. It's got hydraulics on it. My question is, why? I don't think I've ever seen a bug with a Volkswagen Bug with hydraulics. That's a new one. We've got some pretty heavy traffic here downtown too. We have some more messed up traffic lights. Or something. It's going to bring us up here to Stewart Avenue. We'll make a left onto Stewart. Why? Someone is just sitting in the middle of the intersection here on the cross street. What is even happening? Has everyone lost their minds in Las Vegas tonight? And if so, how are they contracting this? Because I don't want to be near it. Also, Clark County School District here. This might go in hand with the Gen Z lower IQ thing that I mentioned earlier in the stream, right? Clark County announced declining enrollment. In fact, so much so, they're looking to eliminate 1,200 positions, employees here in Clark County. Oh, that's right, Sal. My goodness, I forgot all about that. That's right, the Chinese New Year. They had the, Asian Food Fest or whatever, Dream Festival, over here at the Downtown Events Center. I saw Brother PK was down here last night for that. Planet Chaos. Please throw Planet Chaos a like and subscribe as well. Thank you, Chico. I appreciate you, brother. That happens to me sometimes too. I just start watching and forget to like. I saw that, so I don't know why they did that. They're changing names, they're changing mod symbols. That's a very good question, VFall. When I went up there with Sal, it was cold. So I know I had like long sleeves, and I think I had jeans on that night. And Sal, I think, was wearing like, correct me if I'm wrong, so I think you were wearing like a flannel and jeans, something like that. And they didn't give us any hard time. I know they don't want people in tank tops up there, and sometimes it depends upon what you're wearing as a shirt as to whether they'll let you in with shorts. That's, you know, it's like they have a thing that they look for or whatever. Mob Museum right over here on the on the right, rather. Dressed up in purple again. It was green last week, right? They have some red, white, and black balloons out front. Ostensibly for... Oh, it's free day for Nevada residents. That's what's going on. And their parking lot is packed. In fact, there's a sign out front that says lot full. So many people here wanted to come into the Mob Museum. That'll be another place I need to get into that here in a couple weeks. Get in there and get some video for you guys for as long as I can until they kick me out. Main Street Station right here in front of us. Casino Brewery Hotel. That is another mainstay here downtown, where they have the only remaining buffet. At least that's what well, that's what the sign says out front, as well as Brother Sal, who has also confirmed that. So no other buffets here downtown. But this is not one of the station casinos. It's owned by Boyd Gaming, which also owns Sam's Town and the Eastside Cannery, which is no more, of course. They're taking the windows off the thing and completely obliterating it instead of selling it, because they didn't want to sell it to someone that was going to open it up as a casino next door to Sam's Town. They didn't want the competition. We're supposed to get cold again starting next week, I think on Monday. It's supposed to rain here. And then like lows in the upper 30s again. There you go, Sal, right on. There you go. Yeah, they had these little kiosks there at Durango Station, and I know I've seen them before, but I just never mentioned them, so it reminded me to mention them. And you can go in there and use that. And I'm thinking of Yin, especially Brother Yin, who last week when he was here for the Super Bowl, he wanted to he asked Harry, the bartender, to help him out with the gambling, like where to do it and all that. And Harry showed him. But yeah, they have these little kiosks. You don't even need to go up to a person anymore. You can just go in there and whatever it is you want to bet on. And then, of course, you know, it's all contingent upon whether the players are getting paid under the table, behind the back, and all that. There's the west end of the Fremont Street Experience right there over here on the left. And Pink Box Donuts, which has become a favorite here in Las Vegas. We're gonna make this left here onto Carson Avenue. Carson Daly Avenue? No. You have to pull out into the intersection here. There's no turn light at a lot of these lights. No dedicated turn signal, I mean. So you have to pull out in the intersection if you ever hope to be able to turn left. And I am not going to be able to do that. So I will back up right here. So yeah, they're reducing, or enrollment is dropping here in Clark County, which is absolutely astonishing. They had like a shortage of teachers here for so long, and moreover, a lot of the teachers that they've been hiring, they've kind of relaxed the standards because they were, you know, there was a shortage. They've relaxed the standards there. I'm just going to jump. Just like Van Halen. And the Pointer Sisters. I'm going to go see how much parking is over here. Metro sitting out in front of Golden Nugget over here. Extreme Pool. The Shark Tank here at the Golden Nugget. They do have sharks in there too. They have a huge aquarium in there next, or actually the pool goes around it, but it's not connected, so don't worry about that. And there it is. Whoa, don't back up at me. There we go. $50 still US to park here. 221 of you, thank you so much for Be Real NZ. Welcome, buddy. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome in. Love having you guys here. Please throw a like and subscribe to my beautiful wife's channel, Cinnamon and Jupiter, right here on YouTube. She does awesome astrology and spirituality videos that you don't want to miss. In fact, she's been doing short videos this week for each of the signs, each of the zodiac signs, for her 2026 predictions for each of you. That's Cinnamon and Jupiter. Common spelling. As well as her friend, Traveling Housewife, here in Vegas. She does exactly that. Travels, and she does a lot of Vegas related stuff too. She's really, really cool, I promise. So this is where they're having the Asia Dream Festival right here in front of us at the downtown Las Vegas Event Center, which again is supposed to be replaced by a parking lot. Pave paradise and put up a parking lot. Someone is revving the engine here, and with the music on his bike. There he goes. Casino Center Boulevard. You can see the building there on the right. All the things lighting up there. I don't know why this guy. Okay? So I mentioned this earlier, and Toman, I was down there near Harmon. I think when I mentioned it. So I don't know if you got it, but Sal, also worth mentioning. Last week's live drive down here. I got a notification this week that for 18 seconds of an hour and a half that I was driving, 18 seconds of that captured someone with copyrighted music. And so they took it down and copyrighted it or whatever, the whole thing, for 18 seconds. And I even tried to dispute it because I'm like, come on. I mean, my windows were up. What can I do? Someone's blaring this stuff, right? They said, oh, that's too bad. Oh my goodness, you have a pedestrian. So I'm like, okay, well, there goes that. So that's why I'm turning the blower on real high whenever I hear music and stuff, and trying to talk incessantly over any music we hear nearby, because, yeah, no Cartzilla. That guy really screws me up. Cartzilla. Right here. AC/DC, I know, yeah, they're really bad. South, AC/DC especially. AC/DC and Bryan Adams is another one for some reason. So guys, I'm going to get started on the live. I'm not going to do the drive down Fremont East tonight. I am going to go ahead and get parking. And I want to be able to start the music as well as the ambiance down here on Fremont live stream very shortly. Paula, welcome in. Sarah, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in, you guys. And this is the big corner, I call it, here at Fremont Casino, Four Queens, Binions, and Golden Nugget, where it crosses the Fremont Street Experience. So guys, thank you so very, very much for joining. Please come back in about 15 minutes. I'm going to park, use a quick bio break, and then we will be right back. Thank you so much for joining. We will see you on the next one, hopefully in 15 minutes. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Don channel, it is The Journey, where what happens in Vegas stays right here on the Vegas Don. We'll see you